Morning, MGTOWs and other viewers. Recently, oh, by the way, I just woke up. Happened to scan some of the YouTube videos, and I saw a video from Mayor of MGTOW, which I will respond to. But first, let me show you my garden. Last year, I threw a bunch of pine mulch all over this area. Killed the grass underneath it, and it was mostly just sort of a weedy area that was, been dumped on with a lot of pine material. Now, pine material is supposed to be very acidic, so that might be a problem. We will see. I'm just doing an experiment here. Yesterday, I dug down to the soil level in this mulch and and planted some pumpkins. So I'll hopefully have pumpkins this year. But if the soil is too acidic, I might not. Over here, added a few things to the hugelkultur bed. And I have the same problem, or I might have the same problem here. I threw a couple of heirloom-style tomato plants in there. A couple more acorn squash, lettuces. The lettuces, I put them in like 5 or 6 days ago. Some of them seem to be growing, and some of them seem to have slowed down. So we shall see if these things fail. I will test the soil and see if it's too acidic. I might need to add some amendments. The beans that I put underneath the underneath the mulch, never came up. So I went ahead and bought some starts, planted cucumber, beans, pole beans that is, and peas, all three of which will hopefully be climbing up this fence. Sometimes cucumbers need help in climbing, so I'll have to probably attach them manually, but the beans and the peas should have no problems. My potatoes have not come up, so I'm going to have to, I've looked at them, and there are some places where, they are starting to sprout. I don't know if those seed potatoes were very good, though. They had no visible sprouts on them when I purchased them, so we shall see. Added some more mulch to this bed to suppress some of the weeds. Added I threw asparagus in. We'll see if those come up. I threw some chives in, and I've got acorn squash again. That's my favorite. Problem is, the mulch gives the slugs a lot of places to hide, and that poor acorn squash there is getting eaten alive by slugs. So I might have to cover it with something. Like put a glass or something over it. No way am I putting poison on my garden. These right here are all first-year vines, raspberry vines coming up. And as time goes on, they'll get tall enough, and I'll start attaching them to the trellis. Yeah. And then, of course, these are second-year vines that are already up, and they will produce raspberries this year. This was a horribly ugly, weedy bed, and so I sheet mulched it, threw cardboard down, and that pine mulch again. Got a tomato there. It's sort of symmetrical. I'll put the tomato towers in, and they'll grow up, and I'll have tomatoes on either side of the stairs. Good times. Looks like my dad's up. Well, the thing about this whole we should let married men be MGTOW, well, it's not really up to us, I think, to say whether somebody is a MGTOW or not. It's sort of up to them, And as far as So I don't have the ability to let anybody be MGTOW or not. But I have the ability to personally say whether or not a guy is a MGTOW or not. And basically, if a man is married, the family court is hanging over his head. The moment the woman wants, she can evict him. She can evict him from the family, and she can rake him over the coals in divorce court. A married man just has an enormous amount of crap hanging over his head, and if he doesn't toe the line, that crap will fall on him, right? Now that means to me that he is not going his own way. He is going her way. And if he doesn't go her way, then she can apply a great deal of force to make him go his way, or punish the shit out of him for not going her way. So basically, a married man, in my opinion, is not a MGTOW and can never be a MGTOW. A divorced man can be a MGTOW, but he is still suffering from his previous blue pill years, that's for sure. But basically, in order to be a MGTOW, in my opinion, you have to not be married and you have to be going your own way. Now, that doesn't mean that you can't date, but there's nothing wrong with dating, and the only time you're really not going your own way is when a woman moves in with you. Then, oh man, darn it. These things have been out in the sun, and I don't weigh that much. Okay. Anyway. Cheap chairs, darn it. Well, anyway, so if a guy is married, he can't be a MGTOW, in my opinion, but I am just one guy. I'm not like ruling the MGTOW world, the MGTOW word. It's up to each individual to decide if he's a MGTOW. But nobody can force me to agree with their decision that they are a MGTOW unless they're single. So later.